Do you ever notice that when you're even slightly bored, your hand immediately reaches for your phone like muscle memory? Whether you're waiting in line, whether you're in the car, maybe even in the bathroom, you always need to be on your phone. But what if I told you boredom isn't something we need to cure? It's actually something that we need. Studies show that the average American picks up their phone 205 times a day, which is around every 5 minutes while they're awake. And similar studies go worldwide. Okay. This constant need for our phones, this constant need for this instant gratification is decreasing our productivity, it's decreasing our creativity, and it is increasing this anxiety and this need to always have our phones with us. So, this is why you need to allow yourself to be bored. But before we get into it, hi, my name is Amnah. Welcome to my virtual void. If you think you will like this video and you might like similar videos, then please check out my channel and consider subscribing. But anyways, let's get into it. So, as I was saying, there is this need for instant gratification. Now, our brains are wired to crave dopamine, but it was never intended to be at this extreme of an extent. Now that we have our phones, we have this dopamine at our fingertips whenever we want. There is no limit to how much we can have. It's just infinite. And so because of that, we are in this never-ending loop of boredom. We pick up our phones, we scroll, then we find that hit, which is the peak. And then after that hit, we go back to the low. So now we're looking for another peak, and it's just again scrolling, finding that peak. It's just a cycle. It's never ending. The average attention span of a goldfish is said to be 9 seconds, whilst the average attention span of a human being has decreased from 12 seconds to now being 8 seconds, which is lower than a goldfish.
Imagine being overpowered by a little fish. It's kind of embarrassing.
There is this fear of stillness, and now we have started to associate stillness and boredom with wasting time, which is completely not true. Because if you were to sit with a book and just your thoughts and writing out your thoughts, I would say that that is more productive than scrolling for the same amount of time. Yet how come when we're doing the first one, we think that we're wasting time? We think that what a waste of time. I could be doing something better right now. Why am I spending my time thinking? Yet when you're scrolling on your phone and getting nothing good out of it, that's apparently a better use of your time to you. Think objectively. No, it's not. Okay. So now, because we are always having our phones so readily available, because we always have these dopamine hits always readily available, we're constantly experiencing burnout because any activity where we actually have to focus is so mentally draining for us. Studying, even something like reading a book, has become so mentally draining, and it feels like you're doing labor because you can't even focus on one page of a book without getting bored halfway through. So because of that, people are experiencing much quicker burnout. Our attention span has decreased. People are finding it difficult to be present in real life. They're finding it difficult to interact with people face to face, and just being present in the moment is nowhere to be seen anymore, okay? You ever go to maybe a sports match, you go to a concert, whatever it is, you don't see anyone actually paying attention anymore. It's like everyone is always filming, okay? I see clips of concerts and no one is actually focusing on the concert. Every single person in the crowd has their phone out, they're filming, and most likely they are not even going to watch back that 2-hour long footage. Yet it's like they have to be on their phone. They have to capture the moment. Why can't you enjoy the money you spent on that ticket and actually watch the performance, be present in the moment, focus on it instead of having your phone out? Because if you want to see that footage back, there are thousands of people who have filmed it and who are going to post it. You do not need to do the same thing, okay? Be present in the moment. I'm not just talking about concerts here. I'm talking about any moment. Be present in the moment, okay? You don't need to capture everything on your phone. You don't need to always be on your phone. Put it down. Put it in do not disturb. Shut it off. Just don't touch. I challenge you not to touch your phone for 5 minutes. Half of you are going to fail because that's how difficult it has gotten for human beings to focus nowadays. You can't even put it down for 5 minutes, okay? People take their phone to the bathroom. Okay, you can't do your business in silence. You have to be on your phone. And half the time, people are spending 30 minutes in the bathroom when it would have taken them 5 minutes because that extra 25 minutes was just them scrolling on their phone. And also, if you're someone who takes your phone to the bathroom, it's dirty, okay? It's so dirty. Why would you want to contaminate your phone with all that bacteria floating around in the bathroom with your dirty hands? You take that same phone out of the bathroom, you don't clean it, and then you were using it all day long. If you pick up the phone, you're touching the phone to your face. That's disgusting. Okay, that doesn't even have to do with your attention span, but that's just disgusting overall. So please stop taking your phone to the bathroom.
But anyways,
Most of the time you pick up your phone, you won't be satisfied after one video. It's like you need to keep scrolling. And that's why a lot of times people end up doom scrolling. And maybe you're doing something, you told yourself you'll take a quick break on your phone, but you end up spending so much more time on your phone than you thought. It's because your brain is craving that next hit. And so now there has become a boredom crisis where our brains cannot simply live with boredom. And because we keep feeding it this instant gratification, slow activities have become so much more difficult for us to do. So for example, you might find it so much easier to pick up your phone and start scrolling than maybe picking up a book and start reading, even though it might take the same amount of effort. But it's because reading a book, first of all, people's attention span might be so short that halfway throughout the single page, you will get bored and it's like you need to do something else. Or you might think that reading this book is too slow, and to get from the beginning to the end of the book to finish the story, it's going to take too long. Even though, most likely, if you spend 5 minutes reading a book versus 5 minutes scrolling on your phone, you will feel so much more satisfied and you will feel so much happier that you spent that 5 minutes reading the book, because it makes you feel like you did something good for yourself. It makes you feel like you are actually being more productive. But because the reward is slow to come and you actually have to put in effort by reading and focusing, it's so much more difficult to choose that option versus going on your phone, because it doesn't require effort. All you have to do is the act of physically scrolling. It's not even like you have to read. Usually there's an audio being played and you can change the video anytime you want. So if you're bored, you just scroll to the next one. Versus with the book, maybe if you're at a chapter that feels a little boring, you still need to read through it to get through the story. It's not like you can just skip it. So we have just become so inclined to doing these quick hitting activities. Even something like going on a walk might make you feel bored because you're not able to just sit with your mind, walk with your mind, think your thoughts, look at the nature. You always need something. A lot of times you'll do something like go on a walk, but you'll have headphones on, maybe playing music, maybe reading an audiobook, whatever it is. But that still means you are not able to sit in silence, walk in silence with your thoughts, because there's still something going on in your brain. It's still giving you this constant hit. It's giving you something. So it's like you can never fully be present in the moment. And a lot of times people will ruin precious moments because they are so glued and attached to their phones. Like, imagine having a conversation with someone and they're on their phone. You feel disrespected. Even if you're having a conversation and their phone is open, their phone is turned on, that still feels disrespectful. And a lot of the times people ruin perfectly good moments because they feel like they need their phone. Boredom is so good for you. It is the gateway to creativity, okay? Think of all of the great art, all of the great inventions, all of the great and groundbreaking discoveries that exist in the world, do you think these would exist if the creators weren't able to sit in silence with their thoughts? Okay, as human beings, we need to sit in silence. Get all of your ideas out, get all of your thoughts out. Have you ever heard the concept of shower thoughts? Why do you think that people have these great realizations while they're in the shower? Why do you think that all these thoughts are running through their head while they're in the shower? It's because while you're in the shower, you're not bringing your phone in with you. I hope not. You're just in silence by yourself. And that's why people have all these thoughts. They think of all these things because throughout the day, they don't give themselves that moment of silence to think. And that's why they think of these things in the shower. So it's shower thoughts, okay? Like, even when you're trying to go to sleep, sometimes you notice that your mind is racing with thoughts because you didn't give yourself the time of day otherwise to let all these thoughts run through your head, and now you can't sleep because now is the only time you gave your brain silence, okay? Sometimes even when you're praying, you're quiet, you're supposed to be focused on one thing, but because you can't focus on one thing at a time, instead of focusing on your prayer, you're thinking about all these unnecessary things. And then after your prayer ends, when you get back to your day, you forget everything. You realize, oh, I had such a good thought in my prayer, but now I forgot. Because now you're distracted again. But while you were in prayer, you couldn't focus for even 5 minutes. And so, you need to stop being bored. But how do you stop being bored? Number 1, do not multitask. Do one thing at a time. Do not watch something while eating. And I know that's hard because I like doing that myself. But I need to teach myself that when I'm eating, I can just focus on eating because eating is a task in itself. Eating is me doing something. So I don't need to be doing 2 things at a time. You would think that while I'm eating, I can watch something because otherwise I'm wasting my time. You're not wasting your time. You're literally nourishing your body. What do you mean wasting your time? Okay, do things one at a time. Let yourself be bored, okay? Let yourself be bored in small moments. When you're going on a walk, you do not need to have music playing. When you're going on a walk, you do not need to be on your phone. As a Muslim anyways, we shouldn't be listening to music. Enjoy the small moments. If you're out on a walk, that's great. You have the option for free to hear the sounds of nature, to look around at how God has created this beautiful world, to see, maybe you see little animals, little insects, whatever it is. Admire these things. See the world around you because 99% of the day you are trapped inside a room, inside your house. So when you actually go out there, actually take the time to focus on it and admire the world, how beautiful it is, because looking at these walls all day long is not going to fill that creative side of your head, okay? Touch some grass. Go touch some grass. Okay. Take 30 minutes, just 30 minutes of your day, and schedule it to be a tech-free time. So do not have any headphones on, do not have any devices open, do not have any sort of thing playing, no TV, no phone, nothing at all, and just do something without any devices, okay? It could be just doing your homework, just focus on it 100%. You could be reading a book, you could be journaling, you can even just sit there and think, just stare at the ceiling, look out the window, go for a walk, whatever it is. Just get off of your device for 30 minutes a day. And if you think 30 minutes is a lot, then I'm honestly concerned for you, because 30 minutes on your phone, you're not complaining, but all of a sudden 30 minutes doing anything else is hard for you, even when that thing is productive and it's a good use of your time. All of a sudden that is such a hard 30 minutes for you. You need to clean your brain. Okay, take your brain out, wash it with soap. I believe that you were able to escape this boredom crisis because you were able to focus this far into the video. So I challenge you to take 15 minutes out of your day today. I'm not saying 30 minutes, I'm not saying 20 minutes, just 15 minutes, and do something without any devices, without any audio, no headphones. Just do something in silence, okay? Whatever you want it to be, just do it, and do it today. Don't say tomorrow, do it today. Do it right after this video ends, in fact, okay? Just do something. Allow yourself to live in the moment and just be silent. Quiet down your mind, and you will realize how much more peaceful life can be and how much more you can enjoy the small moments in life because you actually take the time to appreciate them and acknowledge them, okay? Next time you're in the car, don't open your phone. In fact, I want you to look out the window and actually process what you see. Don't just mindlessly look out the window. Process what you see. Think about it. Use your brain, okay? Next time you go to the bathroom, do not take your phone in with you. Just do your business and get out. It's so simple. You know how much easier your life would be if you actually focused on studying, on the task you were doing, instead of doing it, going on your phone, doing it, going on your phone. Just focus on one thing at a time, please. And thank you if you care about yourself. Congratulations for making it this far into the video. I believe in your brain. It is not rotten just yet. So save yourself before it's too late. And try out this 15 minutes of silence, of no devices, of no headphones, and tell me how it goes. Were you able to do it or not? Was it difficult for you or was it not? And do you think you'll be able to keep up with this 30 minutes of silent time per day? Let me know. I am accepting any kind feedback, as I'm always trying to improve my videos. So if you would like to leave any nice and kind feedback in the comments, then feel free to do so. If you have anything you would like to see next, let me know. Let me know what you thought of this video, and please consider subscribing and liking. Anyways, thank you for watching. Bye.